assaulted by police officers. At this point in time, do we think that the curfew is serving its initial purpose of protecting the public, and should we rethink it at this point?
Curfew is a local decision. As you know, it's made by mayors across the state. I support their decisions. The police need to protect the demonstrators, protect public safety, but they need to deal with the looters. And what the looters are doing, what looting is people exploiting the fact that police are busy. Oh, police are busy, we can now go loot because the police are busy with the protesters. The curfews are designed to let the police be in a position where they can stop the looting. And that has been a serious problem in many cities. The first answer is deploy enough police. A place like New York City, you can do that. You have 36,000 police. Some cities, you don't have enough police. You don't have a size of a force that can do everything. But that's a local decision. And look, it has been better over the past few days. You look at New York City. Looting, it was on the edge of chaos. On the edge of chaos. And now you have people who, a police force in the city that is adequately deployed. You have enough police. It's they have a better management plan. And you have not seen the looting the past couple of days.
But with all...
The entire protests have been sparked by the over-policing of black and brown communities. Why is it that more law enforcement is needed when the thing that they're protesting against?
Have you seen the videos of the looting?
I've seen the videos of the looting.
Okay. So if that was your business that was just destroyed, or your house that was just destroyed, you would understand why you need police, because your house was just destroyed.
Governor, with all due respect, you announced the curfew with Mayor de Blasio.
Yes.
So what is your opinion about this? The clashes that you have just highlighted are in large part because of the enforcement of the curfew. Do you think the curfew is serving its purpose at this point, or should it be canceled? It has been canceled in other cities.
Yeah, well, let's just, I know you're the Times, but you don't get to make up your own facts, right? Okay. The curfew is a local decision, right? It is not a state curfew. It's a local curfew. Cities put the curfew in. I do not put the curfew in. You are right. I announced the curfew with Mayor de Blasio in New York City after a night of looting and craziness at 11 o'clock. The mayor then revised the curfew, right, to 8 o'clock and extended it, which I had nothing to do with. It's a matter of fact, right? Mr. Jesse? Yes, that's the fact. So start with facts. That's what I'm trying to say. Start with facts and then have an opinion. If you have your own facts, then you have your own opinion. But people, let me finish. People don't get to have their own facts because then you have all these different opinions because they have their own facts. So New York Times or not, you still have to have facts. Your facts were wrong. These are the facts. Hold it. It's a city decision. I announced the New York City one with the mayor at 11. He then went to 8 o'clock and has extended it, which I've said nothing on. I support the mayor's decisions. They are on the ground. They're working with their local police department. If they believe a curfew is necessary, I support their decisions.
So you believe it's still a good idea
Yeah,
despite these clashes?
I support the mayor's decisions. I think the looting and the rampant criminality was much worse. The situation we were in New York City, which spurred the curfew, was much worse. And what we have seen over the past couple of days is better in New York City. Better. It is better, and that's undeniable, by the way.
Governor, on Buffalo, do you think the officers involved in that incident should be fired by the city? And as a follow-up, when you first saw that video, what was your reaction?
I was sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. It was the same feeling I've had for 90 of the past nights when I would get the death total from coronavirus. I would physically get sick to my stomach. And when I saw the video, I got sick to my stomach. Not to be overly graphic, but that is the answer to your question. I think Mayor Brown was 100% right in suspending the police officers last night. I think he acted quickly and appropriately, and I applaud that. The firing is then a contractual collective bargaining question, right? How do you go from suspension to firing by that contract and the process? But I would say I think the city should pursue firing, and I think the district attorney should look at the situation for possible criminal charges. And I think that should be done on an expeditious basis. We saw in Minneapolis that people want answers and they want accountability and they want to quickly, the wheels of justice move slowly. Yet they don't have to. They can move fast. You can turn the crank faster. And I would encourage the district attorney not to do what happened in Minneapolis, which was the delay itself caused issues. Remember, the district attorney came out and said initially, well, there's other evidence that suggests something else. People don't want vagary. People are upset. They're angry. They're frustrated. Give me an answer. Give me an answer quickly. Explain it to me. If there's something you know that I don't know, tell me what you know. I'm tired of secrets by government. So I would encourage the district attorney to move quickly and fairly, but quickly. And I think the mayor should, the police chief, should pursue firing and go through whatever process they have to go through. But again, look, the mayor suspended those two cops very quickly, and I respect that.
Are you considering going out to any of these protests in either a show of solidarity to both the protesters and the police, as you have made a distinction between the two? But there have been protests in Albany. There's one scheduled in nearby Troy for Sunday, or even New York City, Buffalo, Rochester. Do you think that would be helpful to both the cops and the protesters if you were out there?
Yeah, well, I'm talking to everyone right now. I'm also talking to the legislature about a session that's going to happen on Monday. And that's going to be a focus over the weekend. But we'll see how it goes. Sir?
The governor, we've seen other leaders out there.
That transcends race when it comes to this issue, and that is based on what the fundamental function of a police officer is. It attracts a certain percentage of people with toxic personality traits like hyperaggression. Is that true? And if so, is there any way to actually address that legislatively? All due respect to what we see here, most of this is on the back end once the damage is done, and you can ban a chokehold, but there are other ways that police can cause damage, and there are uses of force, which kind of goes back to, are the best people doing the job? What is your opinion on that common thought?
Well, look, you have sophisticated testing mechanisms that are used to hire police. You have civil service tests that are used to hire police. You have training of police, et cetera. I don't know that there's any credence in that this occupation attracts a certain type of person. Look, to be a police officer is truly public service, and I have total respect for the occupation, and I have total respect for the people who do it. This is a tough job. It is a tough job, and you put your life in harm's way. There's no doubt about that. And also, look at the circumstance. Today, with these video cameras and telephones that have cameras, everything winds up being videotaped, right? Everything. I can tell you just personally, everything gets videotaped. You're walking in a parade, you scratch your ear, and, that's on the nightly news. Everything is videotaped. So, and remember what's happening here. I already said the Attorney General is going to investigate the police conduct. So the Attorney General is investigating in real time. This is like, new age reality TV. You have these videos. I already told the Attorney General to do an investigation. Everything they're doing is being videotaped and is being investigated immediately, because the investigation report has to be due in less than a month now. So the police officers know that they're being videotaped. They know it. The protesters know they're being videotaped. So they all know that there's going to be total accountability. It's not like the old days, where you had to get a tip and a rumor and this, and you had to go back. It's all on videotape. So, and I've had these conversations directly with them. What you are doing is going to be on videotape tonight. So there is no pretense or hiding or maybe I'll get away with something. There's no getting away with anything. It's all on videotape. And the AG is investigating, and it's happening now in real time. Say that, I'm sorry?
Would body cameras provide the proper context, because a lot of cell phone video or sometimes dash cam video doesn't show everything? If all officers had body cameras, would that vindicate the officers?
I think that would be helpful. I don't think any of these things are the silver bullet, right? You look at a lot of the video that came from the Mr. Floyd murder. It's from video, it's from phones, it's from observers, it's from security cameras. But my point to the police and the protesters is, whatever you do, just assume that it's going to be videotaped, and the Attorney General is going to look at it tonight. That's where we are. Before you go out there tonight, when a police officer is getting dressed, suited up, a protester is calling their friends to go out, assume we're going to watch the video tonight and the Attorney General is going to watch it tonight. And if there's any potential liability, it will be immediate. Let's take one more. Joseph?
I want to ask you about school board elections are Tuesday. Schools are having a difficult time either getting these ballots out, so they either want to have the vote delayed a week or to allow the votes to come in postmarked Tuesday rather than delivered to the district on Tuesday. A lot of confusion out there. Are you looking at that at all?
We are looking at that. We don't have a decision yet. We will over this weekend. I understand the issue. And we're looking at it, and we'll have a decision by Sunday. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You have to work on Saturday. You get time and a half.